I gotta tell you, I am relieved because I thought I had a crack in the bottom of one of my 75-gallon tanks. Hey fish friends, how's it going? Hope everyone's doing well. Hope you're all having a great day. Hope you're enjoying your fish and the hobby. So I'm down here in the fish room and I was planning on filming a totally different subject and happened to look into Oscar's tank, which is a 75-gallon tank, and noticed something strange. So while I was looking at the bottom of the tank where the substrate had been moved, I noticed kind of a strange little shape and I thought, oh no, it looks like a crack. I thought there was a crack in the bottom of the tank. So immediately what I did is I started to drain the tank or lower the tank so that I could get a closer look, and got up above the tank so I could kind of peer in. I still couldn't get a very good look at what I was trying to see, so I thought, I wish there was some way for me to get a closer view. And then I remembered, I have an iPhone 8 Plus, and it's waterproof. So I stuck it on a little handle device and stuck it in the water. I was very relieved to find out that it was just the silicone that was squished up against the glass, and where the plastic frame on the bottom of the tank had kind of moved it, and it made it look like a crack, but it wasn't a crack, it's just some bubbling on the silicone underneath. So that scare is over, no worries there. But that got me thinking about filming underwater. So while I was looking at Oscar's tank and making sure that it wasn't cracked, I had my phone in the water and I thought, why don't I go around and film some of the other tanks and see what that footage might look like with the camera underwater. So I went ahead and took some footage and I thought I'd share it with you guys. So I definitely think that I've been watching too much of The Blue Planet on BBC. If you haven't had a chance to watch it, it's a great show that's looking at the oceans of the world. But anyway, I'm not an underwater photographer. This is my first attempt, but thought it was fun. I kind of panned the camera around. The Mbuna here were pretty curious and also not quite sure at times, and would kind of swim off pretty quickly when they weren't sure what was going on. After that, I moved over to the peacock and small hap tank. And here they were also very curious. There were times when they were coming up to the phone and kind of almost nibbling at it. And then it was funny watching them on the other side where they were looking at the screen, seeing the fish on the other end. So it was interesting. I apologize for the sound. I have to turn down the volume of the underwater footage because of the power head right next to the camera, kind of making that buzzing noise. After that, I moved over to the Tanganyikan tank, and in this tank I've got my Burchardae and my Neolamprologus multifasciatus. This was really cool. Totally different perspective seeing these fish up close and personal like this. Obviously, I'm normally looking at them through glass. This is the first time seeing them directly, without any barrier between us. And what really struck out to me was their eyes. Now, I know that they've had, I've always known they've had blue eyes, but it doesn't look quite the same looking through glass. And here you can see how brilliant that blue is. So these are really beautiful, Lake Tanganyikan, very small African cichlids, and just really cool to see them in this perspective. Now I moved over to down back in the fish room and looking at my little community tank. I've got my endlers and guppies there. Here you can see some platy fry. The adult platies weren't having it, but the fry were fine, just kind of hanging out there. And here you can see, there's me, but cool shot. You can really see the guppies there and checking out their color. Pretty neat. So nothing earth-shattering there. Everyone's seen GoPros before. Everyone's seen underwater footage, but it's the first time that I've done it. It's a different perspective. It is kind of interesting. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you'd like to see more of this in the future, let me know in the comments below. If you'd rather just have me do my normal videos and not stick my camera in the water, then just say, Zenzo, it's cool, but don't do it anymore. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.